In this video, I'd like to very briefly show you how to set guidelines, just in case you need those on the sides of your screen. Let's say that I'm going to say the pastors want to use this quien dices, so maybe we have a bilingual service. And I'm looking at it going, this might be a little bit outside of what we can project. And just a little background on that, I've mentioned this in videos before, but in our church, we are projecting in person for those people, but we also stream online. And when we stream online, only part of the screen gets shown because we're also trying to show the pastor or the praise band, whatever the case might be. So I'm looking at this knowing for our scenario, this might go outside our guidelines. What I'm going to do is go into the editor for this one. So this is one we've used in the past. You can see the different background. And we have these guidelines here, and I'm realizing, yes, it goes outside. What I have set here is that this outer one works well for readings. The inner one is what's on the screen online when we have a hymn, because we show the praise band gets a pretty big width since there's more people. When it's the pastor, I can go to this outside line a little bit more. In person, this is not a problem. The whole screen shows up. But when we stream online, we only see certain parts of the screen. So you can set these guidelines. Right now, you'll notice the settings here. If I click on them, is 415, 480, so I can set all of those. If I want to get any of them to drop out, no longer exist, I can pull it off to the side there, and now that would be gone. Anytime I need to set them, let me put that back up, 415-ish. Okay. Anytime you need to pull more, you can just pull them from the side here. Get as many as you need to pull from there. But I will put these back over here. And I have some at the top and bottom as well that help for centering the screens up at the top there. So I'll put that one about at 118. A lot of times, like I said in the past, I try to keep mine a little bit higher because of where our screen is. It helps people read if things are higher. If I have, actually let me put the scripture reading up there for right now. Like on the scripture reading, you see, okay, there's this line, and then I try to keep the reading below that so that we have the, like the title of the reading above and then the actual reading below. I do keep the Bible reading up the whole time just in case somebody didn't get it at the beginning. They can continue to see where in the Bible we are all the way through. One final thing that may interest you is how to delete these. Let's say you've created one you don't want to keep. You can merely just drag it 90 degrees perpendicular to this, so you can drag it. That one is then gone. If you say, I have this one, I don't want it, you can either move it over here or, like I said, just drag it off onto the workspace. And if you would like to add a new one that is not currently there, let's say I want to add one on the horizontal here, I'm actually going to pull from the vertical side, like I said, that 90 degrees, and notice that that line just appears there. When I release, the tab will show up there at the top. If you want to create one on the vertical, you can just go anywhere on the horizontal, pull down, and you see it will add that line in there. If you decide you don't want them, just drag them here onto the work plane, 90 degrees too. So that is how you add a guideline in case you need to. So now I could say, well, this just fits outside my guideline. I could make it smaller, or I can just space it out over the course of 2 lines, however it needs to look. These I see actually fit if I make them bigger, if I need them to be larger in the actual space, and I make the font bigger. Let's say I need the font to be 70. I would see it just a little goes outside that guideline, so that tells me that I need to keep the smaller font or put it on 2 separate lines. So I hope that helps you organize your workspace a little bit better in case you need to stay within certain boundaries, and we'll see you in the next video.